Hi everyone, I'm back again. So, good evening, all of you. I hope all of you are able to hear me properly. So, my name is, as I shared with you, my name is Astha Diwan, and I am specially going live for all of you on Wandering Minds. Neetu, I hope you've been able to hear me, and great, we have some people joining in. Yoshita, thanks for joining in. And today's live is exclusively to talk about something with all of you on Wandering Minds. I was the first person who came in live and talked about the mental health, and I think after that we had the Neetu, and I'd like to thank Neetu for that. That she could manage to get interactions going with many more experts, with all of you on Wandering Minds, and they all talk to us about the awareness, the importance of mental health. In some way or the other, they all the experts who talk to us on Wandering Minds added value to each one of us, in terms of how to keep ourselves balanced, how to take care of our mental health and all of that, right? I'm sure you all will be agreeing that we started this journey of talking about mental health almost 2 months back. I remember when I did my first live with the Wandering Minds, and ever since then we have been moving on and taking this journey further of mental health. Yeah. And today what I'm going to talk to you about is really something which will add value in each one of you, that how do we have to do things. So there is a lot of awareness that is going on, there is a lot of information that is coming your way, but today we will go a little bit more deeper into this issue, that how does this happen, how the mental health imbalance happens, how does this issue of when we start getting some symptoms, and some sadness, some issues start cropping up, how and why that happens is what we are going to talk about today. And we will also talk about how can we come out of this. So let go is the word that you must be hearing in all the creatives that we have shared about today's live. And we will talk about what is let go, why let go, and how let go as well. So today our key focus would be let go, and I would keep encouraging you to ask questions as well. Think of the questions. I will talk about some stuff, I can talk to you about something limited, but then your questions are what makes it more interactive. Your questions is what makes it even more informative for all of us, because the moment you ask some questions, it becomes very practical. It becomes that, okay, if I'm saying something, how can that be practically applied? Yeah, so that is why I would encourage you to ask questions. I have also one more request. I'm just adding a little twist to today's live. So I want you to share this live on your page as well, and each one of you who shares the live on your page, I will be you can leave your number in the chat box. I will be happy to call you personally, and understand if I can give you one solution for any problem that you must be facing. Yeah, because what happens is, I have noticed while doing so many lives that yes, people do ask questions to me, and people do ask questions to the expert, but the question is very generic. The question is not generally very specific to the problem that they are facing. Also, they're not able to talk very openly about the problem that they are facing in a public forum, which I completely understand. So what I like you to do is that do share this live on your Facebook page, and if you do that, after that just put in your number in the chat box, and that will earn you a discussion that I would love to do with you. I'll call you personally, and I will answer your question personally. So that is one thing that will help us make this community bigger, spread out the message that we're wanting to give today, and would definitely help reach out more and more people as well. So let us get started. I'm sure each one of you is waiting to really know that what is that we are going to talk about today. So Neetu, if I have a thumbs up from you, we can get started. Yeah, there are a few people who have already joined us here, and I hope I'm audible enough, loud enough, or I need to be a little louder. Just give me a thumbs up, and if my voice and the video both are clear to you. Okay, I guess we can get going. Yeah, I'm not able to see the comments from oh, okay, great, I can see the comments now. Great, all right. I'm good, Garima, Gunjan, and clear. Neetu is saying all clear. Let's go ahead. So all of you, I want to ask, I want to start with a question that I want to ask you. Tell me something. What do you mean by let go? When we say, we keep hearing this word let go. Whenever there's a problem, people give us suggestion that let go. So what is really let go? Yeah, so I'm sure all of you must be thinking, what is let go? So if anybody would like to answer while I'm talking, I would take up your comment as well. But let me share with you that thing that is the key reason, okay, that we today are having a lot of mental issues, because the ability that we don't have to let go. Each one of us has a different ability to retain the bad experiences that we've had, the difficult experiences we have. We keep them in us, and then we are operating our entire life from those experiences that we have had. Yeah, so I'll take an example. Okay, I'll give you an example. For example, during our childhood, we had some difficult experience. We had somebody who really did not treat us well, and because of that, we are carrying that experience that this person did not treat me well, or this person was not good for me, or I was made to feel bad. Now all of that is what we are maybe still carrying, that I cannot trust on people because they might make me treat me badly. So I will have to be very cautious who to trust, who not to trust. So this is what I'm saying from that, what do we need to let go. Lot of experiences that we are carrying from the childhood, which are still creating an impact on us, yeah, which are still creating an impact on our subconscious mind, is what is creating the problem today when it comes to the mental health imbalance. Yeah, so though let go, when we say let go, means that you need to let go of things which are still stored in your subconscious mind, and it is creating these are maybe limiting beliefs, these are maybe negative beliefs, negative experiences. The impact of the experience has been so negative that you are still carrying that within you, in your subconscious mind, and your today's decisions, your today's behavior, your today's reactions and responses is impacted by those experiences, the impact of those bad experiences which you are still carrying. Yeah, so as I gave you one example, I like to give you another example, that for example, there are today I meet a lot of people, I talk to a lot of people who've had a bad relationship. Yeah, they've had a relationship which did not work out, which failed actually, and now that is something that they are carrying. That is the experience and the impact of the experience that they're still carrying. Now this is what we are talking about, letting go. Because imagine, I want to give a synonym here. So the health industry, we are today part of health and wellness industry, and in health industry, everybody is saying that you should not have excess weight, because if you have you have a lot of weight, you carrying that extra burden with you all the time. So your bones, your body and everything is carrying that extra burden or extra weight with you. So shed that weight, because you're not able to, the body is not able to take it. But let me ask you this question, and I'm asking this to each one of you, that are we not carrying the extra burden of our emotions also from somewhere? Are we not carrying the extra burden of something wrong that happened during the childhood, something wrong that happened during our growing up years, right? Something wrong which happens even today. Even today, if there is somebody who treats us badly, or some relationship trouble that we are having, are we not carrying a lot of emotional baggage with us from that as well? So imagine that all of this emotional baggage, is that not a heavy weight that we are carrying on our heads? Yeah. So imagine that we're always talking about shedding the extra weight of body, but there is a lot of extra weight, a lot of emotional baggage that we might be carrying on our heads as well. Yeah. So first of all, before I move ahead, whoever is watching, can I get a thumbs up that do you agree that there is an we need to shed the emotional baggage as well, and not only the physical baggage from our this thing. Shedding the emotional baggage, letting go of the emotional baggage also is important, as important as it is important to shed the extra weight that we have, right? Yes or no? What would you like to give? So with a yes, you can give me a go ahead, and then I'm going to talk to you about that. Why is this let go difficult? Why are we carrying this emotional baggage? Why are we collecting all of this? And how can we get rid of it? So with this, I like you to, okay, I can maybe, yes, yeah, great. So I'm now able to see your comments. And yes, Neetu, as you said, that it is the heaviest baggage maybe that we were carrying, right? So this baggage is what needs to be shed, and I'll give you certain examples, yeah, and you will I'm sure be able to relate with these examples that I give to you. So let me give you an example of a person whose personality or whose persona is a little weak. When it comes to talking, the person is shy. Okay, the person is not able to there's this, let's talk about a lady that I know, who is not able to talk very freely, thinks a lot before talking. She's shy. She's somebody who is very skeptical that if I would say something, will I be judged or not? So imagine if there is a person today is like this. Actually, the reason of being like that not able to come out freely, not able to talk freely, the key reason might be that during their childhood they might have been pulled down, that you're not right, what you're doing is not right, whatever you do is not right. They've not been encouraged during the childhood. There was no mentor or no guide, or maybe not the support of a parent as well. And maybe one of the parent of this person was very strict or very disciplinarian, who always kept putting them down that what you're doing is not right. Yeah. So now this person is carrying so much of emotional baggage that the belief system has become that I am not good enough. Whatever I will say, I'm not sure if that is going to be right or not. Imagine now, see what is the kind of emotional baggage that the person has been carrying with him or her. Yeah. And today the personality has become such that this person is skeptical of talking in front of people, is not able to feel confident when in public, is not able to freely express himself or herself, when in public. Now this is where the let go becomes very important. The letting go of the childhood experiences, the letting go of the failures in life becomes so important. There has to be rewiring that has to be done in the brain, so that the person becomes more confident. The impact of those experiences is lowered, so that the person or that lady becomes very confident again. Now, as I'm sharing this this example with you, I'm sure you are getting to think, or you're getting examples of a lot of people like that, in and around you, maybe your friends, maybe you yourself, that whenever it comes to talking in public, wherever it comes to confidently expressing yourself or your viewpoint, it becomes, yeah. There are, let me tell you that there are therapies, there are ways that we can decrease the impact, and we can help you let go of the emotional baggage that you're carrying. There is no need for any one of us to carry an emotional baggage. Yeah, there is no need. Each one of us has the right to live freely, has the right to live happily, has the right to, just be mentally free and not worried all the time with the fears of being judged. Yeah, so this is what I am going to be talking about towards the end, that how the therapies can help, how can a professional or you yourself can also help yourself in actually dropping these baggages. Yeah, one example that I gave you. I want to give you another example which is absolutely opposite of this. Let me share with you that I'm sure some of the people you have seen are not, or if something smallest of the thing goes wrong in their life, it disturbs them a lot. Yeah, they become very anxious if there is the smallest of the things that disturbs them. If the things that they want in life, it is not coming to them, or the way they plan their life. In fact, this pandemic situation only, imagine there are some people who are getting much more anxious in the pandemic situation, and some people who are not getting that anxious. Now let's understand that if there are people who are getting very anxious and who are not very happy with the way things are going, if there's anything smallest of the things goes wrong, it takes them it becomes them much more anxious. Let's understand what are they not letting go. Yeah, so somewhere they are not they did not get enough in their life during their childhood. They always thought that I get everything from difficulty. They had experiences where what they wanted, they could not get it. It was very difficult to get any smallest of things in life, and they saw a lot of unhappiness during their childhood, because of which they are like that today. So if there is a person who is not letting go of this resourcelessness, the difficulties that they've had in the childhood, the time has come that they learn to let go of those experiences which are making them anxious today. Yeah, why carry that anxiety because of the experiences that have been bad in the childhood? So this is what we are going to be talking about, that letting go is very important. Letting go is the key way to live an emotionally balanced life, to live a happy life, to live a completely what I call that, all of these issues that you see of mental health today. If one thing we learn in our life, that how to let go of whatever bad experiences that are happening and create happiness from them, create what is that we are learning from them. Okay, yes, there is a bad experience. Nobody of us can actually safeguard ourselves in such a fashion that we would not have a bad experience. No, there is no safeguard or no immunity system available like that there won't be any bad experience. There will be bad experiences. Like I'll like to share with you some of the people that I talk to. They are still carrying the emotional baggage or the impact of someone losing someone who died, someone who was very close to them who died. So yeah, so exactly what Neetu is saying, that it is not easy. Thoughts, memories, flashes, they keep coming back. I completely agree with you, and this is exactly what I want to talk about. Few of us who are on the live, maybe we will share this live further going forward, but then what I'm talking about is the key thing that helps each and every one of us to come out of any emotional issue that we might be facing, any mental health issue we might be facing. So as I was talking to you about this situation where people are not able to move on from what you call as the loss of a loved one. So there are therapies, there are ways that a person can move on from these experiences, can actually really let go of what has happened in their life, because the more they will have a stronger impact, the stronger the impact of a bad experience, the more difficult it would be to let go. Yeah, so when we decrease the impact of that problem that they've had, when we go into the subconscious mind through the therapies that I'm going to talk to you about, that is when the impact becomes lower. Yeah, so let me talk to you about the first therapy, because we are talking about solution here. all of these therapies that I'm going to talk to you today about, these are very very safe, very what you call absolutely safe, and not nothing that there is no touch required here. It's all the way we talk, the way we understand the person, and the way you actually talk to them to bring them out of that problem that they are facing. Yeah, so let me share with you one of these examples. So one of the therapy that we have is called inner child therapy. Yeah, so one of this inner child therapy is done in a fashion that the person is made to memorize or remember that particular memory, yeah, that particular time when from which they're still carrying the impact, still carrying the problem or the emotional baggage, okay, which is what is still causing the problem. So like for example, there is a lot of people I meet who were there was a when they were growing up, they were always put down. So there was a comparison that was happening with the elder sister or the younger sister or a brother, so there is a sibling experience that they have had a problem about. And till today they are carrying the emotional baggage that I was not given enough opportunity, I was not given encouragement. Yeah, and till today they find it very difficult whenever they have to come into a competition type of a situation or move ahead or come out very strongly and confidently. They still have problems like that. Yeah, so imagine if we are still carrying that kind of emotional baggage from childhood, we will not be able to bloom fully, bloom in a way that our personality actually comes out. Yeah, so this is why one of the strongest therapy that we have and a very impactful therapy we have, yeah, so this is called inner child therapy. I think there was a little bit of issue in between, and inner child therapy has helped many of my people who I have done my counseling sessions and therapy sessions with, right? So in any of you who feel that yes, you have a personality where there are certain experiences you're still carrying from your childhood, from your early age. When I say childhood, I talk till 18, because that is also when we are forming opinions, taking experiences, and all of that. Yeah, another therapy that I do is the relationship healing therapy, in which again there are there are some relationships each of us have gone through. I'm not talking about only the marriage relationship. During our growing up time as well, there are some relationships that we go through, like somebody we like in school, somebody we like in college. There is a friend who we had who actually and I'm not talking about only girlfriend or boyfriend relationship. I'm talking about relationship with friends as well, relationship with parents as well. Yeah, so when we are talking about, like, some of the people have this thought that my friends never stood by me, my friends always gave preference to somebody else, and these are also certain things that they are still carrying with them. Yeah, so in this relationship therapy, we go through each and every relationship that they've had during their growing up time, and we remove and get rid of the baggage that they're carrying from that emotion, that the relationship, and make the relationship beautiful, make the relationship so nice that okay, yes, there was this person behaved like this with me, but it does not mean that that behavior has to be taken by me completely. It doesn't mean that I have to take the impact of that entire bad behavior even today. I don't have to do that. I can just forgive, let go, yeah, and move on peacefully. Imagine that those relationships, when we were young, we were very naive, and we were very young, we were not so smart, and the bad impact of those relationships might be troubling your today's relationship as well. Yeah, you might be operating and not able to trust maybe your today's partner, because there is betrayal, or there is cheating, or there is lack of trust that you had in your previous relationships. So this is how the therapies are very impactful, very strong, and it helps you come out of all the emotional baggage that you might be carrying from the past. Lot of times we do therapies with your parents as well. There are relationships that we all have very good relationship with our parents, but then still there can be certain areas that we are still not so happy about the way our parents dealt with us, they took for us. And those are also the areas. So there are therapies that will make you completely in sync and aligned, and completely baggage free from any of the relationship that has still baggage, and you want that relationship to be becoming absolutely fine. Yeah, so these are some of the examples that I had, where I shared with you that how I have been working with people in creating a better emotional balance, creating a stronger self, inner self, making them more confident, more happier as a person, more accepting as a person. See, one of the problems that comes in when we are carrying emotional baggage, that either we stop accepting our own self or we stop accepting others. Lot of time we are looking for acceptance from others as well. Yeah, so imagine all of this is what is the only reason, one reason behind all of this is that we have not been able to let go of something that we need to let go of. Yeah, so now what I want you to do is, I want you to ask me some questions. Give me an example. Give me an example of something that you might be dealing with as a problem or as an issue, and I will let you know that why is this happening with you. What is the reason that you're not able to let go of this problem. What could be the root cause behind the issue that you're facing today, which is to do with your emotional self. Yeah. So shoot your questions, and would be very happy. Ask a lot of. Yesterday we had a tarot person in the group, and we have a lot of questions to tarot people, astrologers, but today I'm here to answer your questions from a more perspective of emotional and mental health. So Gunjan, absolutely what you say, forgive and let go is the only solution to clear hurt. Absolutely. But let me also tell you that, when I say to my clients and when I say to some people that forgive somebody, it's very easy to say forgive, but they find it so difficult to forgive, because the impact and the impression of those things which that person has done to them, the negative impact of that person's wrongdoing, or the way it happened is so strong that forgiving becomes very difficult. So this is exactly why I said that yes, we all know the solution is forgiving, but the therapy, like there is one of the therapies, forgiveness therapy itself. Yeah, so forgiveness therapy helps in really taking the person step by step in that process of forgiveness, and it creates tremendous results. It gives tremendous benefits to a person. It is like suddenly there was a big stone that they were carrying on their head all along, every time they went everywhere, and then they have been able to throw that stone from their head, and now living a life which is much more happier, peaceful. It's like there is this side of liberation and freedom they never saw that it is even possible, and today they are able to do that and live that kind of a life. Lot of people are going through separation issues. They have they've decided to separate from the relationship or a marriage, but they are still carrying so much of emotional baggage that happened in that relationship. Yeah, and still, even if after getting separated, that relationship is still troubling them, the memories and the flashing is still troubling. So this is how during with therapy we completely look at how to get rid of all of those emotional baggages. Yeah. Neetu, would you have some questions, and anybody would like to ask some questions, and I will be happy to take them up. Right. So I think all of us are whoever is here, yes, we understand that forgiveness is the key. Some more people have just joined in, and I like to again say that questions is what will make me give you the right kind of suggestion, the right kind of solution. Yeah. If let's say, for example, there can be a question that can come in, and let me throw that question here. That why is it difficult to let go? Why is it difficult? Yeah. Hi Pooja, great that you join in. So we are on the questions. We've had a discussion about letting go. That in our life, letting go of emotional baggage that we are carrying, a bad experience of something that we are carrying is very difficult to let go. And also I shared with the group that not able to let go is actually the problem of most of the emotional and mental health issues having. So like Neetu is just saying, childhood memories, how to get rid of it. Absolutely. So as Neetu, absolutely, this is what is the most difficult one, let me tell you. And it is because, see, when we are a child, our brain is so clean, and whatever is getting painted on it, whatever is getting imprinted on it, the imprint is much stronger. Yeah. So through an inner child therapy that we do, in this inner child therapy, we take the person to the childhood, we take the person to that experience that has happened. Yeah. And then we kind of rewind and rework on that, because there is a certain impact that they have taken from it. For example, there's a person who did something bad, or maybe a friend who did something bad to them. Now we actually kind of tell them that how to look at it, not from, as for example, let's say Geeta is that person who actually went through this bad experience. So Geeta needs to live that experience in a very different manner now. So through that therapy, I make them re-experience that particular experience and rewind it to an extent that the impact becomes minimized. The memory changes in a fashion. We cannot change the event. The event has already happened. It's already in the past. But the way you have got impacted by the event, that can definitely be changed. Yeah. And the memories can be reworked upon. Memories can be the impact of the memories can be lowered, so that the person can move on, so the person can forgive, so the person can let go of that particular issue that has happened in the childhood. So this is why inner child therapy becomes very important. Of course, all the therapies that I do, they are all customized as per the problem. So that is exactly why when there is a discussion that I start with anybody, I first try and understand the problem. I first try and go into the detail of their personality, detail of what they have gone through, so that I can choose the right remedy and the right therapy that can help them. Yeah. So this is really so. Yes, Neetu, that is exactly what we do. That we say that as the time will pass, things will be better. Yeah, that is what we say. That as the time will pass, you saying more time passes, and after kids you see same fear. Yes, absolutely. So I agree that time also is a big healer. But there are certain things जो है ना, वो हमारे mind में बहुत strongly imprint हो जाते हैं. वो फिर every decision that we are taking. For example, I see a lot of people, if they've had relationship challenges during their growing up years, they are not able to today take a decision to get married or to get into a new relationship or to trust somebody to start a relationship. We have so many people who are very, very skeptical to start a married life as well. Yeah, because they have had some bad relationship experience, and even if they start a married life, after that also it just keeps haunting them. It just keeps disturbing them. They're not able to trust their partner completely. Yeah, every small issue it happens, they start connecting that issue to that experience and that emotional baggage that they are carrying, right? Neetu is saying is medicines also prescribed. See, medicine is always the last resort. If we will not work on our emotional issues timely, and if we will not work on correcting our mind's emotional issues, there will be a stage that will come that medicine will only become the solution. Why reach that stage? See, today if we talk about the psychologists, the counselors, all of us, we are working on treating a problem early so that it does not go to a stage where the medicine becomes the only solution. Yeah, but so definitely in most of the cases, if it can be treated without medicines, we should always look at treating without medicine, and only when it becomes too difficult a situation. Lot of times a very long depression, a very long case of anxiety, maybe a person is suffering for many years, that those are the cases that we refer to a psychiatrist, and medicines are must in those cases then. Yeah. Okay, great. So good questions coming in. I want you to give me some live, some real issues, some real problems that you have seen, or you have seen with people around you, and you would like to know that how that can be done. So definitely one needs to be one of the ways that let go happens. I would give you some tips which will help you in making your mind conducive for let go and to move on. The first of it is become open. Yeah, there is, as one of the things that I said in the live when it started, that if carrying so much of emotional burden, imagine you carrying a big strong stone on your head and you're not carrying it, would that not be better? Yeah. So first of all, become open to to that things happen, problems do happen, situations do happen. It does not mean that you should not move on from them. Yeah, anything that had happened is in the past. Yeah, and don't carry your past. That is one major thing that I will say. There's a question that is coming in. My brother has been in depression many years and taking heavy dose of medicine. Now medicine also has started working. Can therapy help for him? Yes, therapy can definitely help. I can only it will be a difficult thing for sure, because see, what happens is, Deepthi, that when we start taking medicine, the brain's chemical physiology and the brain, there is disturbance that we are creating in the normal and the natural processing of our brain. Yeah, so it starts impacting the working of the brain for sure. But then it all depends upon person to person, how much of the dose that they have taken. So only after talking and only after once talking to the person, I will be able to tell, because you're saying that he's been taking medicine for some time. If he would have not been taking medicine, I would have said 100%. I would have said that with guarantee that therapy will work. So that is my answer to your question. How soon we start seeing improvement? Neetu is saying improvement is started seeing right from the first session. So therapy sessions are so powerful and so impactful that we would start seeing benefit from the first session itself. But let me also share that this is a journey. We cannot say that it will be a magic wand that everything, all the issues will be resolved in one therapy only. So the journey starts, and some people the problem is bigger, so it takes some more sessions. With some people the issues are smaller, and it takes lesser time. Also, it depends upon the person's personality as well. So there are certain personality styles who are naturally more flexible and open, and there are some personality styles who are naturally more rigid and more are not that flexible. So that is why it again depends from the person to person. So all right, great, thank you, Neetu, for doing that. Neetu is asking another question from somebody on the other platform. My child last year bullied very badly. After that, lot of change in his behavior. How to help? Your child definitely needs to be counseled. Whoever is asking this question, Smita, because the child self-esteem has been lowered. When a child gets bullied, it impacts their self-esteem. And believe you me, children do not just get bullied by their other children. Knowingly or unknowingly, they get bullied from their brothers and sisters as well. They get bullied from their parents as well. If the parents are strict, their parents are very controlling, they're very perfectionist, sometimes unknowingly the parents also are in a way bullying the child unknowingly. Yeah, so the child's self-esteem has to be built up again. So there is definitely you also need to be very encouraging. You also need to be very supporting as a person, as a parent. You also need to be very understanding and patient with this child as a parent. That all is definitely required. Only counseling will not help, but yes, it does happen that the counselor, they're able to open up with the counselor. There's so much going on in them. The counselor's help becomes even more important because they open up about the problem, they open up about how they felt and what is going on in their mind, and it helps really opening that window of light. See, they've closed windows in the mind, and if the windows are closed in the mind, there is no positive light and no positive energy that is coming inside. So we need to open those windows for them to build the confidence again. Yeah, so that is where there's another question coming in here. My son is not serious for his life. How will he start thinking of his future? We all have, when we have children, we move our focus and all our attention moves to children. Again, if there is a personality style of some of the children, they're more happy-go-lucky and not that focused. Especially at this time, I am seeing a lot of children who are focused as well are losing the focus because they're not getting the physical connectivity of the teacher. A lot of children are able to learn well if they are in the right environment. They get the attention from the teacher. They're able to ask question one-on-one. They're not able to ask the same questions on an online platform. Yeah, so don't worry. First of all, you keep as a friendly parent, treat them as an adult. First of all, this child also, do not put pressure that, oh, you're not focused. Don't repeat those things which are in your mind. Generally what we do is we start repeating those sentences. You're not focused, you're not giving time, you do not complete your homework on time. All of these things is what the child is hearing. Do not say those things. Keep them in your mind and talk to the child differently. Say that, okay, whatever, let's say the child's name is Asmi, my daughter's name is Asmi. So, Asmi, okay, let me tell you, how was your class today? Are you able to, were you able to understand what ma'am was talking? I want to know what is the new thing that you learned today. Can I see, what is this book all about? There are a lot of English books that they have these days. Tell me a little bit about this book. So become a friend and do your due diligence or your discussion in such a fashion that you are not policing, but you are wanting to know, you're interested in their development, interested in their studies, and not just pushing that they should be focused and they should be studying. Yeah, so conversation has to change, the way you communicate has to change. There are some more questions that are coming in. Somebody is saying, I'm a separated woman, but domestic violence is violence. I'm not able to let go. I can completely understand. I don't know who this person's question is, but my heart goes out really, to women, because being a woman, I can understand that it can be very difficult. It's an anonymous question, I understand. I would want to, if you want to send me your number on the messenger, you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on Astha Diwan, because I can understand that you are carrying a lot of emotional baggage of this constant dominance that you have gone through, the constant violence that you have gone through, and you would need help, my dear. Yeah, it will it is I can understand that it is not very easy so many years it would have taken you to take this decision to get separated and stand up for that you've carried. that needs to be sorted out for sure. Yeah. Ravinder ji is asking something: can we boost up self-esteem of a child through role playing, place him in control of others? Yes, it can help, but it would not be the first thing I feel that would help, because for the child to first you need to, with support, conversation, build their confidence a little bit, and then give them that opportunity of role playing, because otherwise it can hamper their self esteem even further. If you do that suddenly with them, if you do that just throwing them in the water, like we hear that sometimes कि पानी में फेंक दो और तैरना सीख जाएंगे, यहाँ पे it can be a little harmful, that then they developed even more fear of talking in the public. So work individually with the child for some time, and then encourage and give him this opportunity of role playing that you're saying. That would be my suggestion, Ravinder ji. Somebody is saying, lost my job and running my family, a family pressure, sometimes feel how to end all this. Thank you for asking this question. I can absolutely understand that this is a very difficult time, because it feels that my worth has gone. What is my worth anymore? With the was I not good enough? Was I not my service is not good enough for everyone, that for that organization? But that's not true. See, this is exactly what I do in the therapy, and when I do counseling, that you need to look at the situation with a different perspective. Some of us have a personality style where we have the habit of self-criticizing us a lot, getting into self-doubt much more. Yeah. So this is where I think you need to have a discussion and understand that it is not happening because of you. You have not lost your job because of you. You have lost a job because of a global issue. Yeah, because the organization could not sustain. The organization's business was such that it could not sustain. You have so look at it from a different perspective and stop criticizing yourself. Also, why don't we believe in the power of universe and change? If today the change that we are going through, we never anticipated, that there will be a lockdown like this, there will be a pandemic like this. We never anticipated that. So if this has come in, this has a change that Mother Nature needed, and it has come in, then change will come in your in your career as well. Have that faith on the universe and be positive. You need to attract the positive energies. When we are in a difficult situation, in a problem situation, we become so negative that we are only attracting negative energies. We are only attracting negative thoughts. So there is a technique that I teach in my therapies, which is called shift your mind's gear. And believe you me, if you learn this technique, shift your mind's gear, I can vouch for it, and I can give you a guarantee that each one of us would know how to make ourselves positive, how to make ourselves happy in a difficult situation, how to let go. It will help each one of us. Yeah. So that is a technique called shift your mind's gear. When you just change the perspective, you're thinking in one direction, and you have to just stop and say, what is the opposite of it? Can I just think absolutely the opposite of these thoughts that I'm having? And that is how, the way you change the gear in the car, you shift the gear of your brain as well. Yeah. So for some people, by just me explaining, you will be able to do that. If you're not able to do it, leave your number in the chat box, connect with me on the messenger, and I will teach you this technique myself. I will take your example, and I will make you do the shift of your mind's gear. Yeah. Shreya, there is another question from Shreya. Got slipped disc, immense pain, can't work now, how to cope up, completely bedridden in this young age. Slip disc and the problems of the back are connected to your mind, Shreya. There is something that you are majorly holding back to. I need to understand what that is. Yeah. Because there is something that really, you're not able to move on. See, the body is giving you the response of your mind. There is some relationship or some issue from which you're not able to move on, because of which you have invited this trouble and this, and you know, you are now physically also stuck. Yeah, so there is somewhere you're stuck, and think of what is that. What are those areas in your life that you are stuck with? Of course, there would be medicinal help that would be needed in slip disc. There would be physiotherapy that would be needed, but working on the mind would also be needed. Yeah. Thank you, Shreya. Shifting of the mind's gear. Yes, I use that, and I train everybody I work with in this. Oh, okay, it came through an accident. Oh, okay. So then this is completely different. Now you need to, okay, till the time you get better, because obviously it will take time. You need to look at what can you do to make this situation, different, and make this situation also give you something. Make the situation also where you can learn something. So pick up some books. Okay, don't concentrate that, oh, I'm stuck. You know, this is where the shifting of gear helps, because your mind will tell you, you are stuck on the bed, why did you do that? You know, maybe you could have taken precautions and that accident would have not happened. Maybe you would have not driven with that person or whatever, you know. So all of your thoughts will be on past, that why did it happen, why did I do that. Look at how you can make this also an experience which leaves you with something positive. So pick up the books that you always wanted to read but you could not read. Yeah, talk to some positive friends during the day. You know, people who are happy-go-lucky people who will make you happy and will change your mood completely. Yeah, so do that. You today you have time to don't watch Netflix or phone too much, but you know that could also be a change of mind. So indulge yourself in positive things. Yeah, when your mind is not thinking about why this happened and I'm stuck. So that is where you have to change. Okay. Thanks, Shreya, and I am happy that you told me that it is because of an accident, because otherwise I was going on a different direction altogether. Please share small tips too before the end. I shared one tip, which is of course shifting your mind's gear. The second that I am wanting to share is that make this stronger in your mind, that we all need to be happy. Do not most of us, what we do is we underrate happiness. We feel कि अगर हम खुश नहीं है तो क्या हो गया, सभी खुश नहीं है, सभी को कोई ना कोई प्रॉब्लम है. But please do not underrate happiness and try and find out what is your reason of unhappiness. Find out what are the reasons of your unhappiness and work on it. You only be connected to some of your bad experiences that have happened, some of your emotional baggages that you are carrying. Yeah, so there is no reason to that. Change the way your mind works. Let go of the problems that are still creating issues in your life. Whenever you feel very angry, anxious, go back to the root cause, that why are you having that feeling. Another thing I would say is stop comparing yourself with people. That is something very very reason of our problems today, that we are comparing ourselves either with our brother or sister, or with some people, or we are with some friends or somebody. The moment you will learn this biggest learning of your life, that I am my own self, I am a unique self, I accept myself completely as I am. I do not look for acceptance from outside, from others. I am beautiful, confident the way I am. Yeah, I will change myself only for the reasons that will make me happy. Yes, change is good, but I'm going to change those things which are not working for me. I will change for my own good, and not because people want me to change. Yeah, so if these are the thoughts that you will strengthen in your mind, you will become strong as a person, that I am absolutely an positive and amazing person. Why do I need to feel shy, or why should my self confidence be low? Whatever I am, that's perfect for me. Yeah, so if all of these thoughts are very strong, very positive thoughts which will help you in each part of your life, Most of the problems that are cropping in the life is because of only two reasons. One, that we do not accept our own self. That is the first reason. And the second is that the issues that happen in our life, because nobody can stop you from getting problems, but the problems that are happening in your life, you are not letting go of it and not moving on from it. These are the only two reasons, core reasons, that we face issues. Yeah, so these are the two tips that I would like you to abide by. And in case, as I shared with you right in the beginning of the live, that today I'm giving you this opportunity, and I'm opening my my mind's windows for each one of you, that if you want to talk to me about any of your problems, it does not mean that I'm saying take a complete session from me. Only I'm talking about if you want to discuss a issue, a problem, which after applying your own ways of dealing with it, you are not able to deal with. So write to me, send me a message on the messenger. Even I can I will put in my number as well in this chat. If you want to WhatsApp me and discuss the problem, I'm very open to give you the solution. In case I would think that you need a little work and little help, then I will let you know about that as well. Otherwise, there will be, maybe it's a small solution, a small difference of opinion, a new perspective that can just change the problem that you are facing currently. Like it just happened with Shreya just now, right? So just a small change of thought and change of perspective can just make you come out of the problem. Yeah. So this is Neetu is asking, I think this is also someone else's question, how to change my mom's approach now. She don't interact with anyone, stay at home, depression kills her. Very difficult. I am believing me, my experience of working with elders is this, that it is not easy, because they have spent all their life like that, and they are now they've become very rigid. Allow me an opportunity to talk to her, and I can tell you that why she is and maybe what can be the ways, because till the time I speak to her and till the time I know that what is stopping her, because this could be a personality style, which is a style, like, let me ask you and you can tell me if it resonates. See, maybe she is somebody who has taken a lot on herself in the entire life, lot of adjusted a lot with people, sacrificed a lot in life, and because of that, now it is like there is no कहते हैं ना, कोई उम्मीद ही नहीं रह गई है अब जिंदगी से. अब ऐसे है कि यार मतलब आई कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बिकॉज मैंने इतना ज़्यादा दे दिया है कि नाउ आई एम जस्ट आई हैव गिवन अप ऑन एवरीथिंग. सो दिस कुड बी अ रीज़न that the person is like that, and she really needs help in that case. Yeah. How to work on so much judgment around us every time, and this is a question from Afreen. Till the time, I want to tell, if anybody who is having this question of judgment, let me tell you something. People will always judge. जैसे आई थिंक हमने जब फर्स्ट लाइव किया था तो मैंने ये छोटा सा 2 लाइनें आपको सुनाई थी कि कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, राइट? दे विल कीप ऑन डूइंग दैट. दैट इज हाउ इट इज. द वर्ल्ड इज that whenever we look at today, even me, are you all not judging me somewhere? You are judging me that is she knowledgeable, is her answers right, or is she able to understand my questions? We are judging each and everybody at all points of time, and even judging things, situations. That is our mind's nature. Yeah. So the only thing I will say is, don't judge people too quickly. थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखो, थोड़ा सा टाइम दो. जब आपको जजमेंट करना है तो थोड़ा सा ओपन रहो टू अंडरस्टैंड द पर्सन इंस्टेड ऑफ जजिंग टू क्विकली. नाउ आई विल आंसर द क्वेश्चन विच यू सेड कि जो लोग हमें जज करते हैं, अगर आप अपने लिए कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हो, अगर आपका सेल्फ एस्टीम लो है, अगर आप अपने स्किन में कंफर्टेबल नहीं हो, आपने अपने आप को पूरी तरह से एक्सेप्ट नहीं करा हुआ, तो आपको दूसरों की जजमेंट बॉदर करेगी. अगर आप वो चीज़ें पहले कर लोगे, दैट यू आर कम्प्लीटली अलाइन्ड विद योर ओन सेल्फ, आपको पता है कि ठीक है, आई माइट नॉट बी वेरी प्रिटी, I might not be might not look very great, but this is what I am and I'm fine. That is how God has brought me into this world, and it is not having giving me a problem anywhere. The person who loves me, the person who likes me, my friends, they accept me. So why do I need acceptance from these people who are not ready to accept? Why do we need acceptance? या सबकी जजमेंट से परेशान क्यों होना है? आप हर लोग, हर कोई तो आपको लाइक नहीं कर सकता ना. So these are the thoughts that you have to strengthen in your mind, so that you are not getting bothered by others' judgment. Because if the person is judging you, believe you me, the person has this as a habit. वो उनकी एक आदत बन चुकी है, उनकी पर्सनालिटी का प्रॉब्लम है, और आप उनको नहीं बदल सकते, आप सिर्फ अपने आप को बदल सकते हो, राइट? सो डोंट गेट बॉदर्ड द मोमेंट. अगर आप उस ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट से आते भी हो ना, तो जस्ट सिट, टेक डीप ब्रेथ एंड जस्ट टेल योर सेल्फ, I am getting rid of all the judgment. I am absolutely perfect the way I am. I am, complete and beautiful the way I am. Just have a little bit of self-talk with your own self, and you will be perfectly fine. Yeah. So one of the tips that I like to give, this is how I am also remembering, some of the things. So as hi Nidhi, some of the people have just joined in, Kalpana and Nidhi, and Savita. So I want to just say one more thing. There is we all do something called self talk. हम हर कोई अपने आप से बात करते हैं. Each one of us is talking to our own self. Watch out करो कि आप अपने आप से किस तरह की बातें कर रहे हो. आर यू टॉकिंग, इज योर सेल्फ टॉक पॉजिटिव, इज योर सेल्फ टॉक encouraging, और योर सेल्फ टॉक discouraging, or your self talk limiting, or your self talk self criticizing, or your self talk saying that people are not good, or they do not understand me, and all of that. So watch out your self talk. एंड ईच वन ऑफ अस डू दिस सेल्फ टॉक. जब भी हमारा माइंड फ्री होता है, जब भी हम किसी ऐसे काम में एंगेज होते हैं जहाँ पे हमें बहुत ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना, द सेल्फ टॉक स्टार्ट्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वेन यूर कुकिंग, उसमें आपको पता है कि इसके बाद क्या होना है, तो आपकी सेल्फ टॉक दिमाग में चलती जा रही है. अब वो सेल्फ टॉक क्या हो रही है, कैन यू वॉच दैट एक्चुअली? थोड़ी सी उसकी अवेयरनेस बढ़ाओ कि आप वो क्या सेल्फ टॉक कर रहे हो, है ना? So that would help you being positive, especially at this point of time. Yeah. Thank you so much, Nidhi. Nidhi saying that So personality analysis. Yes. So analyze your own self a little bit. So there are certain personalities जिनकी आदत ज़्यादा होती है सेल्फ टॉक को, और सेल्फ टॉक भी वो एनालिटिकल और थोड़ी नेगेटिव ज़्यादा करते हैं. So they're very self-critical, they're critical of other people also. तो अगर आपका वो personality style है, उसको थोड़ा सा find out करो. I can also help you with personality analysis. I am certified in doing personality assessment, and I can help you if any of you want my services. Assessing your personality, knowing exactly why you are like this, why your personality is like this. why the problems that you're having, उसका रूट कॉज क्या है, कैसे वो आपकी पर्सनालिटी से कनेक्टेड है. ऑल्सो पर्सनालिटी स्टाइल को पता करने से हमें ये भी पता चल जाता है मुझे कि आपकी चाइल्डहुड के एक्सपीरियंसेस कैसे रहे हैं, कैसे आपने अपने चाइल्डहुड के एक्सपीरियंसेस को प्रोसेस किया है, और किन चीज़ों को आपको लेट गो करने की ज़रूरत है. आई कैन इवन हेल्प यू विद दैट एज वेल. बट बिलीव यू मी, माई पर्पज ऑफ टॉकिंग विद यू टुडे इज as much as the tips that I can give you which can help you yourself, because my belief is that हम सबको अपने ऊपर eventually खुद काम करना ही होगा. अगर आप मेरी हेल्प भी लेते हैं या किसी की हेल्प भी लेते हैं, बट आपको अपने आप भी अपने ऊपर काम करना पड़ेगा. It cannot be a magic wand which somebody just gives you and आप everything becomes fine. जैसे कहते हैं ना, ये एक जर्नी है. आज हम यहाँ तक पहुँचे हैं इन सो मेनी ईयर्स. आज जो हमारी जितने भी हमारी एज है, टुडे व्हाट वी आर, वी हैव बिकम लाइक दैट. अगर हमें कुछ भी चेंजेस करें अपनी ज़िंदगी में, तो उसको भी तो हमें एज अ जर्नी ही लेना पड़ेगा, एंड वील हैव टू स्लोली मेक दोज चेंजेस एज वेल. या सो चेंज तो वैसे भी एक डिफिकल्ट प्रोसेस होता है. इट्स अ जर्नी. इट इज़ नॉट विच कैन हैपन ओवरनाइट. सो So that is what I would like to say. Thank you so much, each one of you. Some people kept coming, some people listened and moved out, some people joined us again. So thank you. And there were a lot of very good questions, I would say. In fact, we can next time keep a session only on your questions, that like we do a tarot reading. Let me also try my hand on reading your mind, reading your personality, and giving you answers of your specific questions, and that would, I'm sure, help. And with this, I want to say that thank you for being here, thank you for patiently listening to me. And I hope that the things that I talked about today helped you, like self-talk, changing your minds, changing the perspective of your mind, and that would help you in the longer run as well. Yeah. So Neetu, with your permission, shall we end the live, or is there some more questions that are there that I can take? It's already quite some time. I think it's almost, I didn't even realize that it's almost 1 hour that we have been having a discussion. So I think, guys, time to say this thing, but do post your questions. I'm going to put in my number in the chat box, and as you know that each one of you, my name is Astha Diwan. You can send in a message on Messenger as well if there is a specific question that you have, and I will be happy to help the community, wandering minds, in this interaction that we've had, and getting and finding the answer of your question. Yeah. So with that, I'm signing off, and looking forward to more interactions with you in the future as well. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.